Hi, this is Alcan. Welcome back to my channel. Well, you see I'm near a forest on the way to my errands. Before we start on the subject that I'm supposed to talk about on my video, we have breaking news. It's also related to the vaccine. Music sensation Nicki Minaj got suspended from Twitter because of several incidents involving the vaccine. Apparently, it was a little too much for Twitter. So, the story was that she said that somebody on her family side knew someone who took the vaccine and something happened on the private parts. And because of that, the person that was supposed to marry him decided not to marry him. Well, unfortunately, things went downhill for her because the minister of that nation where the so-called incident took place disputes that and said no, there is no proof that the vaccine did that. And then she's also circulating Carson Tucker videos made related to that. Apparently it was too much for Twitter and they said to suspend her account for now. I don't know how long the suspension is going to be, but she is suspended. So that's that. Now for our ongoing situation, the former president of the transit system did put out a tweet telling those employees who are still not vaccinated to, quote, that you're going to be tested at your time and your dime, which unfortunately for her was a bad idea. Unfortunately for her, for 33 years that I worked for the transit system, this is the same garbage they've been telling us, that everything has to be done on our time and our dime. No. As you might see in the photo of a tweet that she sent and my response, I said, no, you got that wrong. It's going to be on your dime and your time, not the employees. And the reason why I said that, it's nothing to do with the vaccine. But this is a garbage they've been saying for us for 33 years that have been down here. Oh, you got to pick up your uniform on your own time and dime. You got to pick up your boots on your own time and dime. You got to pick up the tools on your own time and dime. You got to go to the medical. No. Your time, your dime, as time has come and gone. Enough is enough. You're forgetting that the reason why you're having a problem with that virus in the first place was you listened to the CDC guidelines a year ago, which, by the way, they got 9/11 wrong. They said the air was safe around the World Trade Center site, around the pile, ground zero, whatever they like to call it back then. And people are still dying from 9/11 related diseases to this day. And then found out it might cause sleep apnea, which I have. Now, I'm not driving a train, so it doesn't matter. Now, you listened to the CDC guideline last year and decided not to put masks on the employees. In fact, there's a chief safety officer was going around telling other supervisors to be hunting down any motorman or conductor. This is my word from my department. I can't go for others. To hunt down any motorman or conductor, train operator, wearing masks and force them to take those masks off. The thing is, we've been arguing for a long time that the air in the transit system wasn't that great. A lot of people do come down with illnesses from the steel dust and whatever contaminants is hiding in the tunnels. So basically, They're hunting people down to get rid of these masks. And what happens? Then the pandemic hits full strength. Now we start losing employees, over 130 in total. But, as the progression goes on, people were dying, other employees were getting sick, and then you see shortages on the subway service. Like the A train not running local because a good portion of the Sea Line crews were out sick from the pandemic. But see, they forget all that. But we trusted these people, and we got screwed. That's why they're paying the $550,000 death benefits to over 130 families. They're trying to discourage some others. Now they're trying to, the time and dime bid, they threaten and force these people to do exactly the dirty bidding. You got screwed by the authority, you're not going to want to get screwed again because you don't trust them. It doesn't matter if the vaccine is safe or not. When you have an employer that tried to kill you a year ago, you're going to believe their word? No. Are you going to believe the CDC at that word? No. And that is where it lays the problem. Until you convince them enough to take it, they're not going to take it. And all the threats in the world is not going to make them change that thought. Because you tried to kill them a year ago. And you seem to be forgetting that. Well, put that thought back in your head. You tried to kill them. No matter what you say, or threaten, or do what you're going to do, that's not going to work. It's not going to force these people to take the vaccine. In fact, some people are threatening to quit if they take the vaccine. So, basically, you're in a pickle in a hard place. There is no way around it. You're going to have to find a way to convince them the right way. Not the idiotic way that you've been trying for over 30 years. And you hadn't been around in the system for 33 years, but the fact is, this is the same song and dance that they've been doing for 33 years. I don't like to get burned any more than anybody else. But you already burned them a year ago, and then you're trying to burn them again. That, doesn't work. Now, the thing is, I want to tell you, I can't tell you to take or not take the vaccine. That is not my place. That's a personal decision you're going to have to make. And if you do decide not to, you got the consequences you might have to follow. But if you stick to your guns and show the authority who's really the boss, and it's not them, you're going to get something out of it better than what you're getting now. A safer workplace. But they get the ones who got to give in and do whatever is necessary to convince them to take the shot. If they don't, that's on them. So once again, folks, I'll say one more time. I am not against or for the vaccine. I'm staying neutral because that is not my decision. The authority tried to kill these people last year for not allowing them to wear the mask. So now they're coming back with this threat, thinking that's going to force them to take the vaccine. If you got screwed so many times, like I have and other people have in transit all these years, you're not going to trust your employer. Simple as that. And believe me, I work with many employers before or after New York City Transit. I never had the problems that I had in my years in employment in any company like I had with New York City Transit. So, this is what it is. She's wrong, and she's going to have to face it. Because that's not going to get people to vaccinate. Threatening to cut the $550 death benefit or reduce the health benefits, whatever, That's not going to work. Simple as that. You got to change your attitude at 370 J Street or whatever the heck your office is right now. Livingston, Park Avenue, whatever. As well as the NTA headquarters, and realize this is a different world now. You can't keep screwing with us. And your champion is gone from Albany. You have that new governor. She may not put up with you much longer. Especially after you knock out the power by accident. You think she was happy about that? So, in closing one more time, you cannot force somebody to do something they don't want. The best thing to do is try to convince them to do so. But the problem is, if you're New York City Transit and you screw people all the time, they're not going to believe you. No matter how safe or how effective the vaccine is, as long as you have an employer who has a history of abusing employees, it's not going to happen. And that's the bottom line. They got to change, not the employees. They got to change, the employer. So this is Al Ken saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. And remember, if you feel you need to take that vaccine, go ahead and do it. If you don't want to take it, that's up to you as well.